Okay? Now, the second building block, or the second basic building block is very crucial also. It is called commitment, which majority of people lack when they come into the business. Why? Because maybe somebody showed them a different picture of the business. Right? The mistake we make it seem too easy. Come in, don't do anything. There's no commitment required on your part. You just come in and sit down and you make $1 million. How many of you say that? Some people do, huh? Alright? There is commitment required in this business. That's the truth. Now, commitment, I would divide to two areas. Number one, your commitment towards your dreams. Back to the first building block. You understand? So a lot of people will say, I want this, I want that, I want this. Just because you are forcing them. But I want to know how committed are you to the future of your children. And I will ask you. Listen here, Auntie Kelwan, fantastic, you told me that the security for your kids are the most important thing to you. Now, how committed are you to this? Are you really serious about it? Are you willing to do anything to achieve that dream of yours? I need to know your commitment. So you ask them their commitment. Alright? Be quite direct with this. First, you ask them the commitment to what they told you earlier, which is their dream, their vision, their goals in this business. Alright? Now the second part of the commitment building block is the commitment to this business. That is what majority of people fail to ask. When you don't ask them what the commitment is, and then further down the road, you get frustrated when they're not committing, right? And then you start hitting them. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? You know, you haven't showed a plan the whole week. You understand? But the mistake you make, you start hitting them or you start badgering them without even knowing what their commitment was. So let me ask you a question. If you show 10 plans this week, is it good or bad? Good or bad? Good, according to you. Alright, now let's change the scenario. If the man made a commitment to show 30 plans this week, and he only showed 10, is that good or bad? Bad. But if the man committed to show 5, and he showed 10, that's very good. Right? But how would you know whether the person is doing good or bad until you know his commitment? Alright? Another reason why you need to know the person's commitment to the business is how much are you going to push if you don't know his commitment. So be very honest with the person sitting down across of you. Listen, Satya, I need to know your commitment in this business. Why? Because I need to know how much time am I going to commit to you, depending on how much time you are committing to this business. So Satya says, well, Patman, I'm working full-time, 9 to 5, I've got kids, I've got family, I can give you 1 day a week. Okay, now the rule when you get commitment from your leaders or your partners in this business is always be realistic, but never be conservative. Always be realistic, never be conservative. So somebody jumps in front of you and says, I want to commit 7 days a week, 24 hours a day to this business. What do you say? Yes. No, he's going to burn out and he can't keep up to it. So you say, relax. I'm a leader, right? I commit. Let's do 5 days a week. You need 1 day for R&R with your family, all right? You need to spend some time with your family. You need to recharge your batteries, okay? Let's do 5 days a week. Is that fair enough to you? Oh, yeah. So be realistic. Now, a guy comes and tells you, I can give you 1 day a month. That's too conservative. So you stop and you check. And you say, I'm sorry, Satya. Can I be honest with you, my friend? Yeah, please tell me. I don't think you'll make it very big in this business if you're only willing to commit 1 day a month. Alright, yes, do it part-time. But do it full-heartedly. Alright, so now for the average person coming into the business, alright, you can get commitment in 2 ways. One is time commitment. You give me 3 days a week. Alright, we spend 3 days together building this business. Number 2 is the number of appointments. Up to your flexibility. Alright, so sometimes we sit down with our leaders and we say, Muniz, how many appointments can you do in a week? How many people can you meet? Well, Patman, I can meet 5 people. Fantastic. So he's got a commitment of 5 people to meet in a week. Timing is up to him, flexible, correct? Then you got people who tell you, I'm only free on Mondays and Thursdays. Fantastic. We work on those 2 days. Once you get the commitment out of them, you will know how much to push. So Muni says, 5 people this week. 5 days has passed in the week. He's only met 1 person. Do I have the permission to push him? Has he given me permission? Yes. He has announced his commitment. 2 more days left. He only met 1 person. He needs to meet 4 more. So I can push him. And he will accept my pushing. Why? Because he's already made the commitment. But you can't just hit on people for no reason. Why are you so lazy? Why you haven't showed a plan? Wake up, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can't do that. Because the person haven't even committed to you. Alright? So the second basic building block is where you get the commitment from that person. Face to face. Number 1. Alright? My friend, Mohan, are you really committed to your dreams? I need to know your commitment. Yes, I am. He needs to reaffirm with his voice. You need to hear that from him. And then, you move on to the second level of commitment, where you ask them their commitment in this business. Now, they also have to be committed to the business presentations in the office. They also have to be committed to attend every training. Training is the key. Alright? So think about this. How many of you have actually asked your people for their commitment? How many of you are pushing without even knowing their commitment? And you are wondering why they are moving away? They're moving away because they're uncomfortable with you pushing until you have decided and agreed on the commitment. Too low, you push it up. If they're fanatically high, bring it down. Because I'm telling you, I don't do this business 7 days a week, 24 hours. I think about the business 7 days, 24 hours a day. Because this is our dream, our future. But I want to spend time with my mom. I want to spend time in the future with my beautiful wife and my kids. You understand? That's how you recharge your batteries. Right? Or not soon, after 10 days of 100% fanatic, you become no longer effective. You become irritated. You understand? Hey, you haven't met your wife. Oh, Leslie, would you agree? She recharges your batteries. I mean, in a good way. Alright? Yes. It's all edited anyway. You understand? So that's the second basic building block. Alright? Commitment. Get it out of them. Now, how do you get it out of them? Make them feel comfortable. Alright? Don't push. What do you mean only 1 day a month? Fantastic. I know your position, Satya. Alright? I know how busy you are. Alright? But I'm honest with you, you have to push up your commitment a bit more if you want to see some results in this business. 1 day a month won't help. Alright? You understand? Alright? So second basic building block, commitment, commitment, commitment. From day 1, find out their commitment. Now, will this commitment remain the same? No. The commitment gradually increases. Why? They commit 2 days a week, they start seeing amazing results. Alright? And automatically, without you asking, they will start committing 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and eventually they become like us. Very serious about the business. Right? But you can't take them and just throw them into the pool. You got to teach them the baby steps. And then they will take giant leaps. And trust me, alright, if you can identify with their commitment, you have a very effective way of communicating with them and pushing them gradually. Alright? So second basic building block.